Can I bypass the 14 days quarantine in South Korea if I get vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus? 안녕하세요 여러분, 저는 제시카예요. 만나서 반갑습니다. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel where everything is about K-pop. I mean, just look at my cool shirt. K-pop. Armies, do you understand? Like, please. Korean culture. And of course, everything about Korean learning. I guess enough for the intro, guys. So let's start with the video. Today's video is again a video about a thing you should do before actually going to Korea. So basically everything you have to prepare before moving or going for vacation. And today's topic is vaccinations. I hope I pronounced this right this time because in my last video someone of you told me that I was saying it cutely. So I guess my pronunciation was wrong. I had to Google it, but vaccination? Is it? I hope it's vaccination, because if not, I'm using this word in this video like a lot of times and it would be just so embarrassing to say it wrong the whole time. I got vaccinated today. Vacancy.
2 hours later.
And today I was vaccinated. Oh, here it is. I was vaccinated, guys. Did it hurt? No. But you know, have to know, I'm always like this tough girl, or I try to be like tough in those situations. I don't like to be like someone who cries over little things that don't even hurt. So I'm going to tell you a little story time. And I was at my doctor. And then I'm going to tell you every vaccination you need before you go to South Korea, or which are suggested by the doctors. I think I was at the doctor in the mid of November. And I went there just for a checkup and just to check my vaccination certificate, just to look through it and to see if I have every vaccination I need for South Korea. And I went for the checkup. It was in the morning and I haven't ate anything before. And then she told me that I have to take a titer determination. She told me that I need a hepatitis A vaccination. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we got to the point where everything turns funny. So the titer determination means that I have to get my blood drawn. And then she told me, oh yeah, we can do this right now if you want. And then my brain was like, now or never. And then I went into another room and then a lady came and she was like, oh yeah, we have to do this and this, and then she pulled me. I didn't even look at it, and then she drew my blood and I was like, okay, and she talked to me because of Korea and stuff, just to get my mind somewhere else and that I don't focus too much on my blood getting drawn. But at that point I was really not feeling that well. She asked me, oh, don't you feel that well? And I was like, it's okay, I'm fine. And then she was like, do you want some water? And I was like, and then she went away. And but that's when my blood was already drawn, okay? But I have seen my own blood and I haven't ate and everything. And then she went outside of the room as I was sitting, okay? I was sitting on a chair. Everything was just so blurry for me. And then she went out and like 2 seconds later I fainted. So I basically fell over with the chair. And then I can't remember anything from that point. I have to say, I don't know why, but my phone recorded that. I don't know, maybe I hit something when I fell over and it was just weird. And it just recorded the whole conversation, which I can't even remember. In this audio, you can hear me faint and everything like flop. And you can also hear the ladies coming in. If I can, I will insert the part where I fell in now. What? And I was like, I mean, I didn't feel that great back then, but at the same day, it was just so funny when I realized that my phone recorded it. And when I found this audio, I had to laugh so hard. It was so funny. Back to the vaccinations. So I had a pretty long talk with my doctor and she told me every vaccination you should have and which are suggested by the government and which you don't necessarily need. So first of all, there is no obligation for getting a vaccination, but there are like 4 to 5 vaccinations which are suggested for every trip. So if you're a person who is just against vaccination, it's okay. You don't have to, but those are the suggestions from a doctor. And I personally think it's an important part to inform yourself about this as well, because every country, or not every country, but also countries can have different diseases as in your country. So it always depends on the situation. If you have a package tour, which means if you have like Western standard, if you're going to stay in a better hotel, I wouldn't count my hotel from the last trip as a Western standard hotel. I will add some pictures of my hotel here, and then you can see it's not like, I wouldn't call it a Western standard, you know, I just slept in there and that's why it was good enough for me. But Western standards are like bigger rooms, everything is clean. But I'm going to tell you now the vaccinations which are suggested for a basic trip or holidays, recommended for a short trip to South Korea are diphtheria and measles, against whooping cough and tetanus. And the last vaccination you should have for a basic trip to South Korea is hepatitis A. The other option is if you have a more simple travel style and you just want to stay in more rural parts of the country, or you're doing like backpacking and going through the whole country. And of course, a lot more vaccinations are suggested. I personally also would recommend them to you if you're staying for a year or longer, because you never know what you are doing, and just to be free with your options, just doing things without worrying to get anything, I would just recommend you to get those so you are on the safe side. First, of course, all the vaccinations I told you for the package tour, but there's also FSMI. So this disease can be transmitted by ticks in the summer. The next one is hepatitis B, also toothaches and rabies. And another vaccination I personally never heard of before I actually informed myself about Korea and everything about Korean culture, and also before traveling to Korea for the first time. And it's called Japanese encephalitis, and it's a mosquito which is really common in rural parts or in the summer in South Korea. But you have to keep in mind this vaccination had a lot of side effects. I would get it, and I think I will get it in Korea if it's possible. But I'm too late now in Germany, because you have to get yourself vaccinated twice, and I'm just too late for it because I'm flying next month, and I really don't want those side effects, because you can get fever and a lot of things that are corona symptoms, and I don't really want to be at the airport and they start thinking that I have COVID or COVID symptoms. Another thing that you should know, that it has a minimal malaria risk in South Korea, but only at the inner Korean border, and also only during the month of June to September. And a question that I got really often lately was about COVID-19 and the vaccination. And at least for all my Germans, we can't even get the vaccination yet, because Germany has ordered to less, and everyone under 80 doesn't even get vaccinated for like some time. Yeah, I don't know how other countries are doing it. And I heard that some countries are really fast with vaccination for COVID-19. I think, for example, Israel is really fast. And a question regarding COVID-19 was, if I have a vaccination against COVID-19, can I bypass the 14 days quarantine in South Korea if I get vaccinated for the COVID-19 virus? So guys, I think I have to disappoint you now, because no. Because there are no rules yet for people who are vaccinated, and I think there aren't like that many, so the government in South Korea hasn't done any rules to it yet, and which means you will also have to do a COVID-19 test, probably 3, one before you're flying, the second one when you're arriving in Korea, and the third one when you are out of quarantine, and you still have to stay in quarantine for 2 weeks. But of course, this can change over time, maybe. So guys, I still have a lot of topics that I want to tell you, and I would like to discuss with you. Also, the different types of quarantine facilities, and not only informative videos that I have done the past weeks. I have really put K-pop a little bit to the side, and also K-dramas. So I thought to bring it a little bit back on my channel. And I ordered a package on YesStyle, which is arriving in the next days. And I thought about showing you a lookbook for YesStyle. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Don't forget to give this video a like, leave a nice comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and activate the bell so you never miss a video. So, see you in my next video. Bye guys!